Traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. US markets moved higher overnight. This is on the back of a US stimulus package that is currently in the works. The virus numbers and sadly death toll continues to increase. Italy recorded its highest number of deaths overnight, so the virus still continues to have a grip in parts of Europe. The Chinese president visited the city of Wuhan yesterday, and headlines are saying that the virus is close to being defeated there, but we'll have to keep an eye on that to see if that is the case or not. The virus continues to grow locally in Australia. We're seeing more cases in Victoria and New South Wales, and we'll have to see if that impact continues to grow on everyday normal life. There has been pandemic warnings issued by the State Premier of Victoria, and that would be revolving around school closures and public gathering bans. So it's still an issue that continues to grow outside of China, but if the Chinese situation does basically come under control, then it is good positive news that that it could be a shorter term issue, and not a long term issue. But the economic impact will, its full impact will not be known for a bit of time yet. So looking at the US 30, we saw that very strong move up yesterday. US markets all finished, the three main indexes finished close to 5% higher. We have seen some selling though today. Volatility is going to remain a bit of a key stable that running with us for the near term. So do keep an eye on your risk management. So already this morning the US 30 is moving in a range of 2.18%. It's over 500 points. Now the ASX started the day lower. We saw a very strong move fighting back yesterday after Monday's basically catastrophic day on the ASX, if you're a buyer, that is. So we've seen a bit of a fight back so far this morning, but it's still in the red. Now gold ended lower yesterday. US dollar pulled back quite strongly overnight. Gold lost 1.80%, and we can see that this level here continues to show some demand. We saw buyers stop sellers at that point overnight and then pull back from the low, and we're seeing a little bit of buying so far this morning. Onto the USD, we saw some moves overnight. Now the CAD didn't hold its highs but did finish higher, and we saw some pretty decent selling on the pound and on the euro. So the euro is an interesting one. Up until last night it's pretty bulletproof, but we did see a pretty dramatic move back, and it's 1.22%. It's not a surprise based on how it's been moving, especially in the last three sessions. It's been nearly straight line, so any type of negativity can turn into pretty aggressive profit taking, which can just self-evolve and turn into some pretty decent selling. So now the Aussie dollar at one stage was trading higher yesterday before it the sellers got back into it, and it actually did move back to test that 64.65 point. Currently it's sitting just below 65 cents, and we are seeing some demand from the 64.61 level up to where it's currently sitting now, just under 65. So break of that low just here is a bit of a negative. We're looking to see if buyers can stabilize around this area, and there is, ignoring the Monday flush crash, there is now starting to be a high-low setting up. Now, tonight we have a bit of key news coming out. We have the UK annual budget. Now, how much will be brought up about the virus and its impact on the UK economy now it's left the EU will be interesting to see if there's any of that factored in. Otherwise, we'll be looking to see details of the budget now that the UK is out of the EU and fast approaching that real exit date, which will be later this year. We also have the ECB meeting. Rates are expected to stay on hold, but with the current virus issues and the effect on EU state member Italy and how much impact it's sadly it's having an impact it's having in Italy, it'll be interesting to see the ECB's statement, and if they do talk about lowering rates or any type of measures to get the EU back on track if there is significant damage from the current coronavirus outbreak. And so far, just looking at some of the yen pairs this morning, we are seeing some falls, and this is on the back of some of the weaker stock futures that we've seen so far this morning. So the euro had a fantastic session back to the yen yesterday. It eclipsed that bar, fell the previous session, and we saw a gain of 1.89%, which is a very strong move in the currency pair. And the Aussie so far is lower as well against the yen. So it's one to watch going forward today, just to see where these nerves are in stock futures and in some of the currency futures. But primarily we're just looking for some of these lows to hold, and we're looking possibly even for a reversal from buyers, so they could set up a possible bit of a deeper, longer term counter move after some of the selling we've seen. So definitely keep a bit of a watch on some of today's daily bars to see if they do snap back, or if something is going on underneath with a bit of nervousness and we do see more continued selling. So have a fantastic trading day until tomorrow. Bye for now.